I'm going to show you a recipe that's an oldie but goldie in our family, and I never make it anymore because nobody lives here. But when all my kids lived at home, we used to like to make this, and I have no idea why, but we call it monkey balls. It's just a really neat thing to do with your basic white bread. So what I've got here is a bowl of about a cup of sugar and a whole lot of cinnamon. I just threw it all in, maybe a tablespoon or so, and I've got about a half a cup of butter here, which I'm going to melt. Now what I need to do with this bit of bread here, this is one loaf of white bread, and if you don't know how I got here, there's a link at the end of the video to tell you how to make this. I'm going to have to keep on putting some flour down on this surface here. So push it down, and I'm going to start cutting it into very, very many little pieces. Little pieces that look like, oh, maybe about an inch square, something like that. I don't know, I'm just going to have okay, I've got them cut into all kinds of little pieces. I have no idea how many. Anyway, so now here comes the tedious job, and now I wish I had kids because it would go a lot faster if I did. Okay, Kenton, put 6 in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
iPhone.
Okay, it's your turn next. Yep. 1, 2, 4.
Lincoln, you can stand
Okay,
on mine.
Lincoln, your turn. Put 6 in there. Can you count to 6?
Yeah, I can count 6. Please. I'm 5. Please after 5.
3.
6.
One more link.
5, 6, 4,
Doesn't have to be 6.
5,
Yeah.
6.
What, 6 in the bowl. Perfect.
So my turn
Okay.
again.
Yeah, you want to be your turn again?
Yeah. You
Grandma,
again.
see now, Grandma puts them in the sugar. You want to see?
Yeah.
See, there's the sugar.
But can I eat one, please?
Not yet. They have to go in the oven first. There we go.
What are you
See?
making?
And then Grandma's gonna, whoops, toss it around in the sugar. Okay, now we need 6 more. Put 6 more. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Perfect. Okay, that's enough. See, now Grandma gets them all full of butter. See? And now I put in the sugar. Okay, so roll them a little bit loosely into little balls and throw them in the butter. There. Then you take them out of the butter and roll them into the sugar. Now I'm going to roll these guys around. Okay, see, so they're all sort of coated in butter and sugar. There, 1, 2, there. Just sort of spread them out randomly all over the place. And back to what I was doing before. So I finished doing them all, and look at that. So this is what it looks like. There's just a whole bunch of little balls all piled up in this tube pan. So I'm going to put it off to the side and let it rise. We'll put a slightly damp towel over top of it. There we go. So I still have butter left over, and I still have some sugar and cinnamon. I ended up adding another cup of sugar and a bit more cinnamon and stuff because the first little round wasn't quite enough. So the recipe actually should be like a cup and a half of sugar and a good shot of cinnamon. But this was half a cup of butter and that took care of the whole works, no problem. So I have leftovers. I'm gonna save them for my next apple crisp or something. I don't waste anything. So I'll leave these off to the side and we'll come back and have a look at this thing in about half an hour and see if it's risen or not. Okay, now we'll see how much it has risen. And there you go. So now we'll put it in the oven at 350 for half an hour. Okay, we're going to take this out of the oven now. Look how good that looks. Okay, so this is how it looks out of the pan. And you can see that when you want to eat it, you just take out a piece and it's just like a donut.